Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. This is Nilnar, and we're going to teach how to install Chaiki, which is a way to stream your PS5 to your PC without using a streaming capture device. And it's one I like to use, mainly because it allows me to use my mic and headphones and everything on my PC and still be able to use it on the PS5 to do things like group party chats and things of that nature. They just recently put out version 10. My previous video, which was a little lackluster in some areas, was version 9. So we're going to deal with the version 10 here and see how that functions. So without further ado, we will get into this and start doing so. So the very first thing I want to do is we're going to go into our PS5. In our PS5, once you log in, you'll come to your main screen here. In the screen, we are going to want to go to Settings, and then you're wanting to go to System. And this is important to get out of the way first so it doesn't cause any problems. And you will have to be doing your PS5 on a regular TV or plugged directly into your monitor and you're connecting to it. I am using an external capture card to show this. I could use an external capture card, but then I have to run extra cables to my PC to the PS5 in order to do mic work and everything, and I really don't want to do that. It's not that it's bad, I got enough cables around on my desk. So when you come in here, you want to go to HDMI. In HDMI, you want to make sure Enable HDCP is turned off. A very important thing to do. If you have it on, it won't share half the time. This doesn't work through remote sharing. It also doesn't work on display capture. So if you are using external display capture, make sure you go in and say Enable HDCP is turned off. For some reason, capture cards and capture software do not like this setting. Once you've done that, you can go back to the main menu, and then you can go over to your PC. In your PC, you want to go into here and go to the GitHub StreetP Chiaki-ng, and I will put a link to this in the description so you can find it. Okay, so once you're in here, this will take you into the Chiaki-ng location. If you look over on the right-hand side, about middle of the page, you'll see release. There's 35 releases, and there's version V1.10.0. If you click on that, it will then automatically take you to the V1.10.0 page. And there's a lot of stuff. I know this looks daunting, but just ignore all this and scroll down. When you're at the bottom, it gives you the assets, and there's a lot of files here. So you can install this on a Mac OS. You can do a Windows AIM machine if you are on an AIM release, which I think is something like a Stream Deck would use AIM, some of those. So there are hardwares that use it, but most people don't have this. You're going to go on to the x64 MSys32 release installer. This is the Windows 64-bit installer. This is the full version. There is a portable version that cuts down some of the features, but I like the full version. And it's funny, the portable version is 96 megs, where the non-portable is 67. The difference is I believe this one will run off of a USB drive. I've never tried that because honestly, you go into a USB drive is slower than just running off your internal M.2 or SSD drive. So when you click on this, it's going to download. I have already downloaded it, so I don't have to download it again, but you're going to get a folder like this. And when you have this folder, you're now ready to do an install. So if you right click it and go down, there's a button for extract all. I go ahead and just do extract all. I tell it to do it in the exact same place that it's in, but I'm going to get rid of the parenthesis 1 because I downloaded this a couple times just making sure the links are working. So I extract this, and now I have an exe file in an extract folder. I go back to my original downloads, I have an exe folder that's extracted and then the zip folder. So we are now in this secondary folder. If you forget to, didn't open the window up, you just click on this one, it will open this window up. Once this window's open, now we're right on the way. So we're going to go ahead and install this. And we're going to install for all users. You could just, if you're sharing the computer with other people, you could do it for just your account. But I'm going to do it for all users because I'm the only one who uses this. And I'm just going to accept as we go through. You can read through this. A lot of it's the standard boilerplate that almost everything's out there that it's beta, blah, 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 and use at your own risk. I've never had a problem with it. If you get it from the GitHub site, it's always validated and checked, and he's the only one that checks things in. So I'm going to go ahead and do next. And next, I just basically next through. I'm going to create a new start menu option called the Chiaki-ng. And I'm going ahead and create a desktop shortcut because I like having it on my desktop. And we're going to install. You don't have to create a desktop shortcut. That's really up to you. I always create one, and then I'll move it to a special folder that I have set up. And now I can launch it right from here. And if you look in the top corner, it installed that desktop icon for me. So I'm going to go ahead and say finish and launch it the very first time. And it comes up. Official Steam artwork controller layout. Would you like to either create a new non-Steam game for Chaiki or update a non-Steam game with official artwork? If you select no, I want to do this later, you can at any time. I'm going to do no because I really don't need any official Steam artwork or controller layouts. I'm just going to use the standard PS5, so I don't need this. I can always add it extra. Would you like to connect to a PSN network? This enables automatic registration playing outside of your home network without port forwarding. So you can actually use this on a laptop and connect to your PS5 back at home if it's on the PSN network. So in this stage, I am going to say yes. And it's going to launch me into a window. And this window here will require me to put in my user account and my password. And I used the wrong account. I always do that. Basically, you enter this, your password, and I'll show you the next page in 1 second. Okay. Once I'm in here, I now have a redirect. I'm going to keep this up in the background. But it basically logs you in and redirects and basically configures it. So you need to copy and paste that in here. So if I go back to that browser and copy this ID, and I paste it right in there, I can now do setup. Now it's going to create a token to the PSN network, which basically does the auto connect, and it did that. So now I can close this out. And now I'm officially registered. It does see my PlayStation here. It does see the other. I could add a manual host if I had another one. So I have my PS5 here because that's what my account's been logged into. So I now officially should be able just to double click this and do an automatic registration because it found my PS5 on my network. So I am going to do an automatic registration. And it kind of puts it in a small window. Bear with it as it goes through. I always love it when it wants to go through. It says it's registered. I may have to unregister it. There we go. Okay, it just took a second. It does do that. Now, a couple things to note. On your PS5, you must be at this home screen for it to work. You cannot be... I got to reconnect into it because I was already connected in. Come back to this guy. Okay, figured out what the issue was, why it was kicking me in and out. It was something simple. You got to make sure your PS5 is plugged into your computer. Your PS5 controller has to be plugged into your computer, and I forgot to plug it in. I've been messing with cables, and I had that one unplugged. So once it's in, when you click on this link, it's going to launch you right into your app. If your PS5 is in rest mode, it will open up your PS5 and log it in. if it's not in rest mode, you will have to turn on your PS5 first, either by having the controller unplugged from the computer and hit the start button to turn on the PS5, or manually hitting the power button. Once you're in here, you now have full PS5 capabilities. And again, if I do an F11, it's back in the minimum window, and you can see that it says Chiaki-ng V at the top. If I expand it back out, it's there. This is the easiest way, is auto-registering it. And now I can go anywhere in the world, have my PS5 connected at home. And because it's on the PSN network, I can connect to it from a laptop, from somebody else's computer that I installed Chaiki to. So it's kind of nice that way. And that's where that USB drive version might come into handy. I haven't tried it yet. So with that, if you want to put it into your OBS at that point, I'm going to continue having it on my desktop. So I have it on my desktop here. If I click on add game capture, and if you already have an existing game capture and you're just adding it to the sources of that screen, you can reselect the same one. Or if you, like me, I have a dedicated game capture screen for record screen and live screen, so it automatically captures it. When you hit OK, it's now captured, but the game has to be in focus with OBS. So if I come back over here and make sure that that's captured, then I can go back to not Wondershare, sorry, wrong screen. If I come back in here and go back to OBS, you now see that it's on the screen as a game capture. And you make sure I have my desktop one, my display capture taken off, so those aren't in there. So it is now here. It is now my main capture piece. So now you can kind of see in the corner, or no, you can't see because the game capture. If I move this up to here, and now you'll be able to see in the corner. That didn't, oh, that's the audio one, sorry. I want to do this guy and bring it up to the top. Now you can see with me recording, it's kind of running in the background there so you can see it. But if I move this back down, now the game capture's there. So you can see that it's actually running the game. So I hope this video was a little bit more helpful. If you have to manually go through and do your connection, just remember you have to get your PS name in there, so your PS ID into the Chaiki. So if I go ahead and exit out of Chaiki, let me get this off to the side. We'll go back to desktop mode. Once I'm back into desktop mode, okay, and do F11. And if you want to go back to your Chaiki without shutting down your PS5, you can come up here to the red X in the top right corner, and it's going to ask you, do you want to put your console to sleep? You can say no and not put it to sleep. This way, if you want to leave a game running in the background for some reason, you can. It will, if you have your PS5 set to auto sleep, it will auto sleep. If you go to add your channel manually, it's going to ask you to register on a first connection. You have to put in the host name. That's going to be your IP address of where your PS5 is located. There is also settings in here, and some people may have to modify these settings. So there is a video setting. By default, you should be able to leave this at auto. If you have any problems, go to Voltron. I find that depending on your video card, you may have to manually set either Voltron or the Direct 3D 11VA, depending on what your code or your graphic card is and how it's registering. The other thing I always make sure of is I make sure on the Steam, the local, when you're working at the house, it's 1080p by 60. When you're remote, right now it's set to 720. I change that to 1080. Now that will make a difference on how fast your internet is, both at where you're remotely working this at and where you are on your house. So you might have to manipulate this one if you're having slow connections. In consoles, you can register a brand new console. I already have mine registered, but you can register a brand new one. I will be having to borrow this so you can't see my MAC address for my PS5. But if you register a new, it's going to ask you for your PSN account. You have to get that PSN account, and there's a way to do it. If you go into Google and say how to get base 64 PSN ID, it's going to give you some things. There's a automatic online tool that you can click on right here that will give it to you. You can go to the Sony's account page on a desktop browser. So follow these steps. They will help you how to get that base 64 key. The old version used to have a lookup button here, but for some reason it's not showing up on the new version, so you have to do it yourself. And it's also because I'm probably registered on the PSN network, so if I took off PSN network, registering through the PSN network is going to be the easiest way. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helped you out a little bit more involved this time, and showed you the quicker way of doing it. So with that, don't forget to give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Give me a subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.